It's a listeria outbreak. As reported by the IBJ, that is linked to Kroger. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. This has to do with a product sold at Kroger and at Walmart. It is a heat and eat chicken fettuccine Alfredo. So far, 17 people, 13 states have been affected. 3 people have been killed. It's from a group called Fresh Realm, R-E-A-L-M. You've got 32.8-ounce trays of market-side grilled chicken Alfredo with fettuccine tender pasta with creamy Alfredo sauce. White meat chicken and shaved Parmesan cheese. The best buy date is June 27th or earlier. Then it's the 12.3-ounce trays of seemingly the same, and 12.5-ounce trays of something called Home Chef Heat and Eat Chicken Fettuccine Alfredo with pasta. That has a best of date of June 19th, meaning today or earlier. Something to look for if you have it. Throw it out or check to see if you can return it to the store. Something to be aware of. Diego Morales wants you to know that he is not apologizing for hiring the best of the best of the best, or whatever it is he says when he's in ridiculous meetings. No. He is not apologizing for his overseas trips. Now, you know the Secretary of State, Diego Morales, right? The Secretary of State, Diego Morales, hired his brother-in-law.
He did what?
Look up idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find?
Picture me?
No. The definition of the word idiot, which you are.
God, Karen, you are so stupid.
What are your qualifications?
Take his qualifications and then shove them somewhere. Who hires their brother-in-law?
That is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life.
You did what you did, Secretary Morales, and please don't ask for our respect. And the thing with the cars is ridiculous. You and Micah Beckwith, the Lieutenant Governor, don't ask for our respect. Don't try and explain it. No one argues that you need transportation to get from point A to point B. You don't need a $90,000 SUV. You could have done it in a $24,000 used vehicle. If that's not good enough for you, my advice is to get into the private sector. But when you work on my dime, you don't spend $90,000. And how we haven't moved to return those vehicles is nutty. And if you're telling me I'm complaining about nothing, I would say this to the Lieutenant Governor. I would say this to the Secretary of State. You should apologize for even thinking that. It's not nothing. It's something very, very important. It is about public trust. And it is about you guys just being ridiculous and thinking, hoo-hoo, free cash. It's not. You don't deserve a $90,000 vehicle. Let me say it again. I don't care how you get from point A to point B, Lieutenant Governor Beckwith. There are plenty of less expensive vehicles that can get you there. The air conditioning still works. I didn't say you shouldn't have air conditioning. But you don't need a $90,000 SUV. Well, I travel with big guys. I don't know. Feed them less. What kind of nonsense is this? Let the big guys be uncomfortable. You don't need a $90,000 vehicle. You're just wrong. We're not debating. Diego Morales is just wrong. But this was the State Budget Committee. He's there to request budget augmentations. As reported by the Indy Star, more than $10 million. He's getting questioned. And he says, I will not apologize to anyone because my work ethic is unmatched. Unmatched by whom? Diego Morales? Hoosiers? Honey. Darling. Boo-boo. Who the hell are you talking to? Your work ethic is unmatched by Hoosiers who might be working 2 jobs a day, Hoosiers who are single moms, Hoosiers who are paying the taxes that you're now taking trips on, allegedly. That's your work ethic? Your work ethic is better than those people? Do you know how embarrassing you are? And to the Republicans who are delegates who are thinking of voting for him, could you stop it? Oh, he visits my county in the northern part of Indiana. He's really something. Could we all just stop the nonsense? Make sure this gets shared on Network Indiana and gets shared in every single corner of Indiana radio and Indiana politics. Your work ethic is unmatched. We're trying to see it. Show your work. What is your work ethic? What is the result? What have we gotten out of it? How is Indiana better because of it? Because of your trips, because of your $90,000 SUV. Show us. Because of hiring your brother-in-law. Show us. But you don't do that. You show up to the State House at 5 a.m., so does producer Carl. And he hasn't gotten a $90,000 SUV. Showing up to work at 5 a.m. is the job. It's the requirement. The job you ran for. That's not work ethic. You're not Kobe showing up at the gym 4 hours before everybody else so you can hit another 3,000 free throws. Work ethic. You missed, as is reported, a legislative budget hearing because you were on an overseas trip, and now you're not the first Secretary of State who has missed one of these. Funny, your work ethic is unmatched, but your work ethic is just that of prior Secretaries of State. Is this what I'm hearing? If I could get Republicans and Democrats on the same page to recognize that Joe Hogsett is not good for the city, he is an embarrassment to the city, and he should resign. Clearly, I can get Republicans on board to say Diego Morales is a problem. Is a ridiculous, ridiculous person who, under just the easiest amount of scrutinies at 7 a.m. on a Thursday, wilts. And I don't want to hear from Republican delegates, well, this is the guy we need. No, it's not. And you know it. So what are you doing, delegates? What the hell are you doing? You look ridiculous. Pick someone else. Because Diego Morales hasn't even proved he's doing the job. No one knows what he's doing. And he's brought all of this on himself. He did this. You're right, Diego. It takes a lot of work and work ethic to get this many people to think you're a fraud. Matt Bear has traffic.